Living in Orlando, Florida is a dream over at Meridian Parks, which is not just a stunning place to live in Lake Nona area, but they really do go out of their way to take care of their residents. And I actually had a chance to speak with a sales rep, a few HOA employees, and a couple of the residents, and they really had some great experiences to share, which I'll definitely get to in 1 minute. But first, you just have to check out exactly how beautiful this place is. Hey everyone, my name is Joel and I'm excited to tell you about this amazing place and share with you some of those stories that really might put this area at the top of your list when moving to Orlando. But first, let's take a look at the map and see exactly where this place is. So let's take a quick look to see exactly where Meridian Park is located in reference to the greater Orlando area. So here you can see you got Meridian Parks, and then you have downtown Orlando right over here. Let's go ahead and take a quick look to see what the drive time would be to downtown Orlando. All right, so there you have it. You got about a 22 to maybe 30 minute, 28 minute. All right, so there you have it. So you have anywhere from 22 minutes to 28 minutes, and you can clearly see here that the 417 plays a major role in that ability to get over there, and so does the 408. Most residents of Meridian Parks are probably going to end up using the 417 fairly frequently, as it'll be the main way that you'll be able to access the 408, the 417, and the I-4 on the other side. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look to see how far it is from the airport. You can see not far at all. You're less than 15 minutes away. And then, of course, we have to check to see how far Disney is. Not too bad at all. You can easily get there under 30 minutes driving down the 417. Now, odds are, since Meridian Parks is still, developing and growing and developing their retail, you're most likely going to do the majority of your retail shopping over at Waterford Lakes Town Center. And that's just about under 20 minutes for all the major retail shopping that you would do. Now, since you're so close to Lake Nona, you can easily head on over to Narcoossee, just off the 417, and of course there's plenty of dining options down this way. You have your Walmart, your Sam's Club, and like I just said, plenty of dining options all down Narcoossee and in Lake Nona. So hopefully that gives you a good reference point for where some of the things are located in this particular area. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Meridian Parks to see exactly what they have to offer, and let's start with their amenities. Okay, so here they got, I have to say, one of the nicest amenity centers that I have seen in a long time. I just love the colors, how it's put together. Like, look at this behind me. It is beautiful, nice, modern, with some kind of beach vibe element in it too, and it's pretty great. Even out here out front, you can see that there's plenty of seating, lots of space outdoors. Again, you can see that they really took some time, put a lot of thought to making this not just beautiful but very functional and really inviting for the residents that live here. So let's go ahead and check it out. We'll go ahead and take a look at the amazing gym they have inside, the clubhouse, the pool, and everything else that they got around here. Okay, so right now I'm over at the amenity room, the clubhouse, and I have to tell you that right now this place is stacked. It is beautiful. You can see that Mattamy really went out of their way to put these windows in, not too different from the houses. So you got a ton of natural light in here. It's nice and cool, even with the aluminum ceiling there. I'm telling you right now, it is very hot and humid, so it's great to be in here. And you can see that they got pools and ping pong tables. They actually have a ping pong tournament coming in this weekend. So this is a pretty active place, and considering the fact that they just opened, they're throwing a Cinco de Mayo event, they got something coming up at the beginning of July. This is a community where they actually care about their residents, take their time to actually plan things out among making sure that all this is taken care of. So obviously you can see that, this is a place where you can have a great time. Believe it or not, someone actually just a few days ago, I was told by the management here at HOA, they used this place for a wedding. They had a nice little green space outdoors. Unfortunately, the weather caught up to them. They weren't able to do it outside, but they were able to bring everything inside. They had this whole space for reception. And actually, they have a cool little spot right here. Let me go ahead and show you. So here we got this outdoor spot. You can tell, this is a really great
place to hang out at. And this is where they brought everyone in for that wedding I was just telling you about. Again, it's pretty neat the fact that you can reserve this, you can bring people in, you can bring people, have a great event from the outside. Here, it's just beautiful. It's just kind of a nice spot to hang out, whether you're renting it for a big event or you're spending time with your kids and family. I mean, it's just a great place to be. There's actually one more spot over here I want to show off as well. It's a nice sun area, kind of away from the pool, which is right behind me back that way. Little nice sun area. They got a fire pit and everything. So, I mean, you know, you can see that there's plenty to do here in this particular clubhouse. These amenities really, you know, I mean, they went out of their way to make sure that they thought about the residents. It looks beautiful, it's bright, lots of open space, lots of windows, and I mean, very modern. I mean, look at these tiles on these floors. I just love everything that they've done. And also, like, there's tons of seating in here between the tables. They even got a little booth section right here. They got TVs. I mean, you can easily shut this down and have like some kind of crazy Super Bowl party. Another cool thing I want to mention is the fact that they have actually a full kitchen here with everything. I mean, they got the sink, they got the dishwasher down there, they got a full fridge, they have an oven, they have a microwave oven, so you got pretty much everything you need here to throw a party. Okay, so another great part of the amenity center here is their amazing gym. I mean, check this out. This place is stacked. There is plenty to do, plenty of treadmills. They even have a Stairmaster. I mean, that for me is wild there. An amenity center like this, to have one of those, I mean, that's going deep. Let's see what else they got. They got plenty of weights. Let's check this out over here. So you got your Smith machines right here, and if you're, you know, a big on lifting, you know how valuable and important these are. Over here, they got medicine balls. They got weights down here. Check it out over here. They got plenty of machines for legs. They got pretty much everything you need to have a full workout. So, I mean, I don't know about you, but this is definitely a place that I would find myself at frequently. So I'm walking by, about to pop over to the amenity center, and I was walking by this park right here, and I just wanted to point out a couple things about it that I really, really like. For starters, I want to point out the fact that it's all gated. This park here is gated, has a lock, so that way if you got little ones, I mean, look at this. This is beautiful, the way they have it put together. They got this little sand box right here. Back that way, they got slides. It's definitely a creative area. You can tell that they most likely consult at least some kids to see what would work around here. But again, I have to point out the fact that, I mean, this fence here alone is enough for me to be excited about this particular park. I have a little one. I mean, he'll take off, he'll dart on you in an instant. And before you know it, he is just out of the picture. And for me personally, you know, that always kind of puts me a little bit on edge. And definitely, you know, I mean, for any parent, you know, I'm sure that there are some out there that'll be able to relate, especially if you have a runner like I do. This gate definitely does provide an extra sense of security. It helps you feel a little bit like, hey, you know what? He's not gonna get too far. At least there's that extra set of protection. I can kind of relax for a few minutes. So again, I mean, that for me is huge. But hey, check out this park. I mean, between the colors and between everything else they got here, I mean, here they got these, I mean, look at this. They have these beach chairs so you can lounge around with your kids. They got big ones and little ones. Look at this back here. Between the slide, I don't even know what to call these. It looks like it's just for balancing, kind of swinging back and forth. Pretty low to the ground, so obviously, you know, fairly safe. And I mean, just check this out too here. Look at this thing. I mean, I love it. I'll get lost in here. I know my little boy will climb on this and have all kinds of crazy fun. My daughter, she'll probably get in it. She'll be a little timid. And then the little one, well, he's 6 months old, so that might not work out for him too well. Look at this. They even got outdoor lighting. If you ever stay out too late, guess what? You're going to still have those lights. I know when I was a kid, we saw the lights come on. That was a signal to come home. So I'll use it more as a signal to start heading home. Make sure my kids know, hey, it's time to come when you see that light come on. So another great thing that they do and have out here is a lot of sidewalk, a lot of places for, you know, walking, being outdoors. They got plenty of that. A lot of, I know, basically concrete trails is what they have right here. Nothing that really is super naturey. Obviously there aren't. It's a new community, so they don't have a ton of, you know, mature trees, mature landscape that would give you all that great shade. But I mean, there's a ton of beauty that they've sown throughout the entire community. And many of these trails, really the plan is for them to all interconnect and really make it to one of their major parks, city parks that they're gonna have here in the area, because at the end of the day, they have a bunch, like about a dozen other communities that they plan on building in this area alone, with all kinds of retail, shopping, dining, all the great stuff that you would love to have near your home. And I mean, my favorite part about all those trails is the fact that they all kind of convene, bring everybody together at this one central park that will be coming down the line. Okay, so one of my last stops is gonna be the pool area, and I just wanted to kind of point out the kids area just because, again, you know, I can't help it. I'm a parent. It's the first thing I see whenever I come out anywhere, and I just love what they got back here. Look at that slide. Got a little bit of a splash pad. They even got, right now it's not going, they're about to shut it down because of the weather. It's starting to turn on us, but I mean, it just splashes down all the kids. I mean, they get to have a great time out here. And what's pretty awesome about this particular neighborhood and what will stand out is the fact that they got some lifeguards on duty keeping an eye on the kids. So besides the fence, you know, kind of giving you that peace of mind, keeping your kids inside the pool area. You also got some lifeguards, an extra set of eyes that are actually trained to help your kids out if anything's going on. I mean, that's just, I mean, peace of mind all over. You know, you're able to rest and actually enjoy the time. Believe it or not, I was talking to management and they actually had 11 rescues over here not that long ago, which is pretty amazing. It's the fact that they're actually involved, they're actually working, they're actually keeping an eye on everyone and everything going on here, trying to keep everyone safe and sound. So, I mean, I don't know about you, but that's pretty exciting for me. And then here's the other thing, just check it out. This is just beautiful. I love the colors that they chose. I love the aesthetic all around. You got a lot of shade in the area. Definitely a great spot to enjoy your afternoon or a hot summer day.
So as you can see, there were 11 rescues with a lifeguard on duty, and it's not too often that you can find a community with a lifeguard on duty at their pool. And that's the thing, there are a ton of communities here in the greater Orlando area. I'm always fielding questions about what are the best places to live in the Orlando area. So if you're planning on moving out here, don't be afraid to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email so I can learn all about what's got you moving to the Orlando Metro. Now up next, I want to share with you some of the model homes that I took a look at that really do reflect the beauty you saw over at the community center. And not to mention the fact that that single family home really does have something that would have most parents excited. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Okay, so right now I'm over here at Meridian Park and I wanted to go ahead and just show off some of these townhomes right here. They are a rear loading garage, very nice product. I'm definitely gonna walk in and check them out for y'all. Let's go ahead and drop in. So first impression is here, really bright, open, airy. You can see that they've made a great use of the space down here between the dining, the living room space, the entryway. Again, they put all these windows in, including the door, which lets all that natural light in. The ceilings, they're fairly high, which is great on a townhome. Sometimes it's tough and challenging to be able to find a townhome that's like that. You can see that here, the kitchen, they made excellent use of this spot. They put just about everything you need with the counter space, the kitchen, the cabinets, everything that you got all together, which again is great, especially considering the price point. So this behind me is the Pinnacle, and I really want to go ahead and show this off because there's one feature, aside from all the great things it comes with. I mean, it has an office space, 4-bedroom, over 2,300 square feet. And again, this is all like minutes away from Lake Nona, the airport. Maybe you're looking at 30, 40 minutes from Disney, maybe about 30, 40 minutes from downtown in this community. But I want to check out this Pinnacle right here just because it has a great feature that I think most parents will be excited to look at. Okay, so right now I'm walking through the Pinnacle. I just wanted to show off a little bit of this particular home. It does have quite a bit really that would get most home buyers pretty excited, besides the fact that it's a little over 2,300 square feet. And I really do like what they've done with this space. You can see kind of around me, you got that dining area, you have the living room area right behind me. So again, plenty of room to entertain and to spend time with family. And then check this out, the kitchen, it just looks beautiful. It overlooks kind of everything from the dining all the way to the living room. But this is my favorite part about this particular home. Check this out. What I really do like is this, that you have one bedroom here. You can see that it's clearly put together for the little ones. And then a second one over here. Very nice. And of course you have your bathroom here that obviously is set up for, so there would be a bath here. So you have this on this side of the home, and then you have the master over here. You got that nice walk-in closet, check it out. And by the way, these are 9-foot ceilings, over 9 foot. And you even got a little way to get outside here. Give you a little shortcut, and why not? Let's just stop by here real quick. Check this beautiful bathroom out. That tile is amazing. Truly love it. You got your water closet there. And of course, double sinks. Now, here's really what I like the most about it. Most homes that I've been through typically have majority of the bedrooms on the other side of the home separate, especially when it's one floor. And you do have that here. You have a fourth bedroom just down the hallway to the right. But what I love is that two of the bedrooms, along with another full bath, is right next to the master. So for me personally, having kids, I just like the idea of having them close by. I mean, some people might want to keep them a little further away, especially if they really want to come to you every night because they're scared of the thunderstorm, everything like that. But again, at least for me personally as a parent, I do like the fact that they're close. It just kind of feels more secure, safer, and I mean, it's just kind of nice that it's there. And then on the other side of the house, it's kind of nice that they actually put the other fourth bedroom on that side, because typically, most people like to have that other bedroom for an office space or for guests. So it's nice to just kind of have them on the other side of the house. Now, in this particular model, and this is the last tidbit right here, as we tour it and check it out, we actually already have an office space. So you can actually have a dedicated you can have a dedicated guest bedroom on the other side of the home and have an office space here. Or if you're like me, this probably would be a playroom to keep the kids inside while you kind of just, entertain guests in the main living area.
So there you have just two of the model homes. And again, that single family home for me, I mean, it really just does stand out with some of those features. Now I want to talk a little bit about the schools. Now, a quick note on zoning. I mean, even if you go to the Orange County Public School website, they'll say that it's at the end of the day, it's important for you to double check it, because the truth is they do change the zoning from time to time. Now, I'll be sharing some of the information that I found on their website, but again, it's always important to double check and reach out to them yourself to make sure that the home that you are moving to actually is zoned for the schools that you want. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at what schools are most likely zoned for Meridian Park. Okay, so public schools, let's take a quick look at exactly what schools your kids would be attending if you live over at Meridian Parks. So typically, most of the time, you'd head over to this site since it is an Orange County Public School District. And this is the page where you would enter the address right about here in order to be able to find out where you'd be zoned for. However, since Meridian Parks, many of the homes in Meridian Parks are still very new, they typically don't tend to come up. Because of that, I would recommend taking a look at this page here, which basically is the school attendance zone maps. However, as you can see here, there are many schools that are listed off, and it can be very challenging to find exactly what you'd be zoned for going one by one. And I kind of already had a hunch and an idea of which schools would work. This is a zoning map for Sunblaze Elementary School. And as you can see here, this is where Meridian Park is located. So this would be the school where students would be zoned for. Now, of course, most parents, they're worried about the school ratings. And as you can see here, Sunblaze Elementary School does have a 9 out of 10. This is rated by Great Schools. Now, as far as middle schools go, the zoning would be for Innovation Middle School. Here's Data Road, and here's where Meridian Parks would be. And here's a little bit about their rating off of greatschools.org. Innovation Middle gets a 6 out of 10. Now, of course, I'm sure that could be a little bit concerning and worrying. What I do recommend is go to the site yourself and really do read through everything. Yes, the test scores are 7 out of 10. Student progress is 6 out of 10, and equity is 6 out of 10. But definitely spend some time looking through each portion and really understand, or do the best you can to understand the information in front of you. And, if you're planning on living here, definitely it's something worth bringing up to the schools, asking questions to see how your own kids really, how this would impact your own kids. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Lake Nona. This is for the high school. Once more, Meridian Park is right here, so you can see that the zoning works and the school's rating, 7 out of 10. Test scores are 7 out of 10. Student progress, 6 out of 10. College readiness is very high at 9 out of 10. And equity is just 1 point above Innovation Middle School, bringing it to a 7 out of 10. And once more, like I said, I can't stress enough, make sure that you do spend some time on these sites, trying to understand a little bit of how these scores are put together, and taking a look at the things that really do matter to you. Now, with this in mind, I did want to point out the fact that there is a new high school being built over in the area. Now, as of right now, students that live over in Meridian Parks are zoned for Lake Nona High School. There is a brand new high school being built out in the area, which is to be a relief school for Lake Nona High School students who live over in Meridian Parks and the surrounding area. So one of the things I do want to do is just drop a little bit of
what the actual neighborhood looks like, all the built out areas. Now, in this particular neighborhood, I mean, they're going to build many more all throughout here. I expect the sales rep, was talking to me about the fact that this is a massive multi-year project. So they'll be here for quite a while. At this particular neighborhood, I believe they are getting towards their last phase. They have maybe about 100+ lots left. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of room and plenty of opportunity still yet. But I mean, it is getting kind of to those, final moments. Maybe it might be having about another year left to build in this particular neighborhood. But again, I mean, this is definitely a beautiful neighborhood, plenty of green, plenty of open spaces. I mean, one of the things I keep seeing all around is, really all these benches. I mean, they have a ton of benches. They really want to get people out indoors, connected with community. And I mean, it's just amazing how they put this neighborhood together. Again, beautiful. I mean, the homes, the aesthetic, this particular builder definitely, has a unique style. I mean, it's very modern, very different than your typical traditional Florida home. And a lot of the builders have really been changing up the style and the aesthetic they have on the exterior of the home or the elevation. So, I mean, that's been something that I've enjoyed seeing. I know that many people coming from out of state, they enjoy that. Any of the Florida residents here that buy, I mean, they love this because it definitely is a change of pace from the style that have been, around often in the past. So, I mean, it's beautiful what they're doing. I love what they have. It's definitely something that is unique. These offerings are definitely very unique. Going through the neighborhood, I mean, the lots that they have definitely are, they have a decent size when it comes to the lots. There's plenty of space between the homes. They have, up to 60-foot lots. So 60-foot wide lots. So they, you can build a fairly large home here. They have everything from townhomes. They do have that kind of rear loading bungalow style of homes here as well. So if you're into that, something that you like, minimal lawn maintenance, that's kind of perfect too. The same thing goes for the townhomes. They also have the rear loading garages, and of course they have the larger homes. And of course they also have the larger homes, the ones on the bigger lots, something a little bit more traditional, something that, is very large. Like one of the homes that I think is definitely very beautiful here is the Pinnacle home, which I think is just stunning. It definitely is well put together, and I mean, there's a couple things in there that, I mean, really do stand out as far as its features go. And now, if you want to learn more about some of the communities in the greater Orlando area, you're going to want to go ahead and click on this playlist here and watch it next.